Hello everyone, welcome to my blog and YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how I made this card. I used this hummingbird stamp set from Inspired by Stamping, and I have the masks cut out for the two big flowers from the stamp set. I stamped those flowers along the left and the lower borders of the watercolor cardstock, and I used the masks to mask the flower when I needed. I used the antique linen distress ink to stamp the flowers. I stamped two hummingbirds hovering over the flowers. I stamped them using the antique linen distress ink. I'm using antique linen distress ink because I'm planning on doing no line watercoloring. For the watercoloring, I will be using distress inks. I'm starting with seedless bristles for parts of the hummingbird and the flowers. So I smooshed the distress ink mini pad onto my acrylic block and picking it up with a wet brush and applying it onto the paper. Then I'm spreading it out with a very wet brush. Now I'm using crushed olives and peeled paint for the remaining part of the hummingbird. I'm using more of peeled paints where I think the shadows or the darker areas will be. For the other areas, I'm mixing in peeled paints with lots of crushed olive to get a lighter color. I colored the other hummingbird in the same way. For the flowers, I am once again using seedless preserves. I'm using more water when I need a lighter color and less water when I need a darker color. Sometimes I wait for a particular area to dry before going on and applying another layer onto it. I finished coloring all the flowers, and now it's time to color in the background. For the part of the background that is to the left and below the flowers, I initially colored it with green color, but then I didn't like it so much, so I colored it with a watered down version of vintage photo distress ink. For the rest of the background, I'm using antique linen distress ink, and this is one of my favorite colors to use as a background in watercoloring. Once I covered the entire area, I decided to add some shadow to the hummingbirds. So I'm using Distress Ink vintage photo to add a little bit of shadow below the hummingbirds. Here's the fully colored piece. I will be making some final adjustments just by lightening the color or darkening it wherever needed. I'm stamping this sentiment from the summer bouquet stamp set using Distress Ink vintage photo. I missed a small spot in the stamping, so I'm just fixing it up with the marker. Thank you for stopping by. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Bye.